Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
It's Lombardi time here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. I'm Ben Brust, alongside Kyle Wallace, looking fresh.
Am I?
I just wanted to be nice.
That was just the first compliment I got all day. I went to the dentist and she hurt my soul.
We've had a lot of dentist stuff going on. I'm
sick of it.
Chris Larson, our producer, doing much better, I think.
Better, but I still got that ulcer on the roof of my mouth, so I really can't eat anything, It has to be all mushy food, basically. So
still on mushy food.
Stitches don't come out for another 2.5 weeks, though.
So are you mushy food for 2.5 more weeks?
It says for the first 7 days, but then it says maybe you should consider a mushy diet for the next month.
Oh, man.
So,
Yikes.
like, nothing sharp, like no popcorn, chips, nothing like that. Nothing's going to, puncture the surgical area, basically.
I don't know if I can live.
Do they make Gerber and the squeeze tube for adults?
They do, yeah.
That's all Chris has been living on.
I've been living on scrambled eggs and baked potatoes and protein shakes and soup.
Oh.
Sounds horrible. That's Chris
horrible.
Larson, our producer here at Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. You heard
I want some buffalo wings.
He wants wings.
That sounds good.
Feed the man some wings.
See, I love pretzels. Like my favorite snack on the couch is pretzels, and
have 'em.
yeah, because I end up in a weird way, end up pressing it on the roof of my mouth, and so I would have a million mouth ulcers after Chris had his gum graft and had 4 or 5 teeth done. And Chris, I'm scared because I don't think I've shared this. I have the receding gums, in which I've been warned that I need to get the mouth guard or stop grinding the teeth with the mouth guard, and I've ignored it. And now I'm scared because I don't want to turn into.
Should be.
I don't want to turn into Chris.
Chris, what's the one food that you are without that you're going to this is the first thing I'm going to have when I finally get the green light?
Yeah, probably buffalo wings or pizza.
That's a good choice.
From where? These buffalo wings, where do you eat them from?
I usually go to either Buffalo Wild Wings. I don't want to drop names because they're not partner related. So
No free ads on KBN.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
800-990-3776. That's the ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line. The voice you just heard before Chris was our NFL alum, our 6-year NFL punter on his what day of wearing issued gear?
This is day 9. No, 10? I'm doing this by week. By the end of this week, we'll have had 11, so this is day 10. This is day 10.
This is day 10 of Brad Nortman wearing Roger Goodell issued gear as I see the NFL logo.
Yep.
Jaguars, Panthers, Super Bowl 50, or Wisconsin Badger gear, which we haven't seen a lot of, but I guarantee that's in a big bag in the closet.
Yeah, I'm trying to wear them to break up my own monotony in this. I'm trying to wear them strategically. So today I'm wearing the Jags because the Jags are playing tonight. Tomorrow I'm going to wear the Badgers on the eve of a Badger football game. Most likely on Monday I will be doing another round of the Panthers because they they have a bye, so maybe I'll wear it just in memorandum in a sort of way.
Shout out to Bobo at the Bunny Ranch because I say no free ads, but this establishment deserves a free ad because when I do spend time in Madison, when I get back to where I lived for 4 years and meet with some of my good friends and partners, Chicken Licks in Sun Prairie is dynamite, and I mean dynamite. And I actually scheduled. When next Wednesday we're going to be doing a remote for our great friends at Smart Spaces. I was going to go have a lunch at Chicken Licks, and I got canceled on.
What?
Yeah, so I'm upset.
You can still take us to Chicken Licks, can't you?
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. I've never had Chicken Licks.
I've never heard of Chicken Licks.
All right, well, no more Chicken Licks promotion. We can talk about that off the air. Earlier today, we had a coaching session. So Kyle, Brust, and Nortman is still new. We are still in our infancy stages right now as we're continuing to grow. And we had a coaching session in which we all have different personalities. We all were compared to different historical figures or prominent figures in the world. And I think the one that stuck out the most was mine. And of course it was mine. I mean, come on, guys. And do we have it up on Twitter, Chris?
Just put it up right now.
Hit us with it at KBN ESPN. What we got?
And a show coaching session today, still working through the mouth. Ben Brust was compared to these 4 historical figures, which is most accurate: Vince Lombardi, George Washington, Michelle Obama, or Judge Judy.
Which of those 4 do I remind you, KBN Nation, of? George Washington, Vince Lombardi, Judge Judy, or
Michelle Obama.
Michelle Obama.
What the hell's going on out here?
Our motto is, when they go low, we go high.
Judge Judy.
Oh, please. That's baloney. You look ridiculous. Got it? You ready?
I'm ready.
You think he's ready?
He's not ready.
You know who I am, right?
There it is. We don't have audio from the late George Washington, but we all have seen a dollar bill, or is he on the quarter?
He's on the quarter.
Yeah,
And the dollar
so
bill.
we've seen George Washington. We know he was the first president of the United States. I will turn it over to you guys as my compadres here on KBN. Which of the 4 historical figures, and I want to hear from you all as well. 800-990-3776. Do I remind you of Vince Lombardi, George Washington, Michelle Obama, or Judge Judy?
Well, that really is a spray of individuals right there. I mean, when we saw that come on the screen, we almost all bust out in laughter, particularly with Vince Lombardi being number 1 with all the shenanigans that Ben has done on the hallowed grounds of Lambeau Field and the surroundings. But to me, and I can't wait to hear what KBN Nation has to say. To me, there's 2 that I'm trying to go between, and honestly, there's sort of a melding of both, but I'll land on one. It's a little bit of George Washington and Judge Judy for me. It's like as if George Washington and Judge Judy had a kid, and that's something that we all want to see, right? But the George Washington, where it's like, Ben, you are just like, I'm gonna go do it. Follow me, going running toward the bullets. As far as no problem being the underdog. No problem being the underdog. And let's make a decision and let's go rip it. That is Ben Brust if I've ever known it. And then with Judge Judy, no problem laying the gavel on someone of being like,
Order!
This is what's wrong with you. I am here to lay judgment on you. This is how it's done. You're doing it all wrong. Don't be an idiot. That is also a version of Ben Brust I know. But I'm going to be nice today. I think you're more the George Washington than you are the Judge Judy. But you got some Judge Judy in you.
Yeah, it's not even close.
What do you mean it's not even close?
It's not even close. We know exactly who he is. When you listen to Ben Brust here on KBN, you know what we're hearing? We're hearing Judge Judy's daughter, son, whatever you want to go. I don't know why you identify, but he's outspoken. He's forthright. He, like you said, he likes to bring a hammer. He is everything Judge Judy is. He is a male version of Judge Judy. That's exactly what Ben Brust is. He's abrasive. He yells and screams at people. He has no issue with nicknaming people disrespectful nicknames. He calls somebody Mighty Mouse. I can see Judge
Matty Mouse. Matty Mouse LaFleur.
Mighty Mouse would be a compliment.
It's disrespectful. She would be the one that would go and get a jersey signed by somebody else and smile in their face. That is why Judge Judy had that TV show, a very successful TV show, and this is why you have a successful radio career so far, is because you are not afraid to be outspoken, stand out, be a jerk sometimes, and also entertain. You are Judge Judy in her flesh.
I can see Ben in the judge outfit too,
exactly.
right? I
He
can
would love
see
it.
that. Yeah,
He would love it.
Up on the high chair, I'm just being, you idiots, down there.
800-990-3776. In the coaching session earlier today, I was my personality profile compared to George Washington, Judge Judy, Michelle Obama, and Vince Lombardi. And I got to go with Vince Lombardi. I win championships.
Okay.
I run a tight ship. I don't like being late. I mean, is there any more Vince Lombardi in the state of Wisconsin than me? I mean, come on. I'm everything Vince Lombardi would want from anyone on the radio in the state of Wisconsin. Green and gold all day long. Let's go.
I don't think Vince Lombardi would have enjoyed somebody who may pick at the Packer G as much as you have.
I don't pick at the Packer G. I just like to. I call it how I see it, and that may not be. That's not picking at.
I don't know if Vince would appreciate that.
Maybe it gives you the platform to feel like you can be extra critical and extra, holding the Packers to a higher standard, the same standard that Vince Lombardi held the Packers standard at. Maybe there's just something inside of you, Ben, that is Vince Lombardi-esque. It's, you know what? If this is going to be the G, we're going to hold them to a high standard.
I think Vince Lombardi, had it been Vince Lombardi and not Matt LaFleur. He was asking for, so I don't know what if we would have ever traded Bart Starr, or was it if Joe Namath's jersey or whoever the heck it was, you try to get Vince Lombardi to sign it, I think Vince would have punched you.
I think you're right.
Straight up would have punched you.
And do you think that's a problem with Matt LaFleur that he signed my Aaron Rodgers Jets jersey, that he's too nice?
Well, I think we found that out. He may be too nice, especially going into this season, and the guy's not doing what he wants them to do and maximizing plays.
Gary from Janesville chimes in again, 800-990-3776. Y'all are mean. Y'all are just mean right now on the talk and text line, 800-990-3776. Gary from Janesville chimes in, you can't change a tire, zero Lombardi in you. Now, I learned how to change a tire. It will be interesting, Gary, if I find myself in a situation where I need to change a tire again, and if I can do it by myself. But overwhelmingly, the text line is lighting up, 800-990-3776 with Judge Judy.
It makes sense.
What
it really does.
I mean,
it makes sense though. Come
but
on.
is that a compliment?
I don't know. I mean, there are some aspects of Judge Judy that you might be able to shed a positive light on. I mean, she's, I don't know,
successful.
Help me something. Yeah,
She's successful.
I don't like how you guys are pausing right now.
She has literally these people who are on TV. Maury, he got a reputation for being the person that brought the drama. Jerry Springer was the person that bring people to fight against each other. Judge Judy was known for eviscerating people on TV. You come to her courtroom, it is no nonsense. She's going to call you out, and you have a lot of that type of tendency in you, especially when you get upset in that vein. Is it a vein? What do you call it?
It's called a vein.
Okay,
Kyle.
I'm not sure. When that vein pops out in that forehead, I'm sure Judge Judy got that same vein when she's snapping on people for talking in her courtroom.
Yeah, there's a certain sense of she won't put up with crap, and she's going to call it out when she does. And there's a sense of authority behind her voice. She is so confident and so bold in her delivery, and there's a little bit of combativeness that I also feel like, Ben, that might even enjoy that combativeness.
So who's our American history person on the show? Do we have any? Are any of you good with the presidents and whatnot?
I'm okay with them.
Yeah, decent.
Do we know Gerald Ford well?
He went to Michigan.
Pat in Oregon, Ben is far more like Gerald Ford than he is George Washington.
That's not I don't think that's a good thing. Gerald Ford was a fill-in and a loser.
Damn.
And he was under Nixon, so that means that you have some...
damn!
Brother Rush.
Stop! Brad, what's going on over there? I've been compared to Malcolm X and Rush Limbaugh. I still
How
don't
is
know.
that even possible to be in that same...
I mean, they're actually, though Malcolm and Rush had two different kind of ways of going about themselves.
Somewhere in the middle's where I'm looking for those two.
No, they're both abrasive. Actually, Judge Judy's probably in that same conversation. I think it's actually a great comparison for who you are.
Randy in Greendale chimes in. Benny, you most definitely got a little bit, or I should say a whole lot of bit, of Judge Judy in you. All right, I just got to own it. Benny, Judge Judy Brust today on the show. I am the judge, the jury, and the executioner of the show moving forward.
I mean, you basically you take the blame for basically getting Paul Chris fired, don't you?
I do not take the blame of that.
There's a lot of power in that chair. It's the same thing as Judge Judy. There's a lot of power in that chair. You can cut off callers if you want.
sure can.
Kyle and I can't do that. Only you can cut off callers.
Yeah, you better be good. 800-990-3776.
Don't walk into this courtroom afraid.
Judge Judy Brust.
Order. Golly, why did I have like some sort of hope that like there was going to be at least a little bit of you got some Vince Lombardi and you had a successful athletic career, but nope, it's just on the radio, you're a crazy, vein-popping psychopath like Judge Judy is on the TV show.
I think that is accurate.
Does Judge Judy seem like a strange insert into that foursome, right? Where it's like you've got Vince Lombardi, Michelle Obama, and George Washington.
Well,
that seems like it was a pivot, right?
It does seem like quite the pivot, yes.
On KBN, ESPN, on Twitter with our poll, Vince Lombardi, 3%, George Washington, 3%, Michelle Obama, 17%, and Judge Judy 77%. So there it is. I think we solved it already. I am closest to Judge Judy. 800-990-3776.
You knew that, right? You knew coming down here that when you saw that pop up on the screen. I don't know about you, Brad, but immediately I'm like, oh yeah, I see the Judge Judy. I don't see the Michelle Obama. I don't know much about Washington.
This was a test for me for what you guys would say about me. I wanted to see if Brad did what I thought Brad would do, which is like, I'm going to try and start the show and be nice a little bit. Like, you got some George Washington in you, but you're really Judge Judy. And Kyle's just like, Dear Judge Judy.
He tried to give you the person that we have no real historical context of how his personality and character was. He just threw some stuff out there. Was he
rebellion, right?
He went on the battlefield, though he survived and never died in war.
That's great. I got survival skills. Chris, let's get that audio again. Since we don't have George Washington audio, this is who I am compared to.
What the hell's going on out here?
Our motto is, when they go low, we go high.
Judge Judy.
Oh, please. That's baloney. You look ridiculous. Got it? You ready?
I'm ready.
You think he's ready?
He's not ready.
You know who I am, right?
Yeah, he ain't ready. Matt LaFleur better be ready for the Denver Broncos on Sunday. I tell you that much. He's had 14 damn days to figure out how to put together an offense.
See, that's Judge Judy coming out right
I know. I'm owning it now. I'm owning it. 800-990-3776. Keep in your insults or compliments about who I am compared to. I'm cool with whatever you want to do. But let's get to that, because coming off the bye, what's most important to you? The Packers finding a way to win on Sunday, or just seeing Jordan Love perform better despite whatever the result is? 800-990-3776. We're getting closer to football, baby. It's been way too long. We've had one game in like 3 weeks, and I can't wait for Sunday. 800-990-3776. What's more important to see? The Packers just find a way to win, or Jordan Love show improvement no matter what the result is? 800-990-3776. We'll talk to you, KBN Nation, next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light.
Apparently, Brad has gone through every NFL power ranking that there is out there and averaged out where the Packers land. We'll tell you where that is on the power rankings, and we'll ask you if it's just. Next on Scales, or dang it, that's $5 for the jar. Gosh darn
Throw it in there.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Football Guy.
My biggest criticism of what they did from a roster building perspective is that they gave him no one of experience to throw to. No one.
Football Guy.
Yeah, I just think that this team is better than what they put out there on Monday. I am not buying all this. I get they're young.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Also sponsored by Coors Light. Weekdays 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN. And available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
Announcing the former All-Star Buick GMC is now the all-new Cunis Buick GMC of Oak Creek. And the former John Paul's Buick GMC is now the all-new Cunis Buick GMC of Greenfield, Milwaukee's Buick GMC headquarters. Greg Cunis was recently named Time Magazine's Wisconsin Automotive Dealer of the Year. Plus, Cunis dealerships have been awarded Top 100 Best in the U.S. by the Automotive News the past 9 years. Our mission is to bring the Cunis Auto Group's unequaled customer satisfaction and service to our friends in the greater Milwaukee area. Cunis Milwaukee Buick GMC stores have the area's largest pre-owned car, truck, and SUV inventory, with over 3,000 vehicles available on lot or online, and always at a price and payment you can afford. And all new and pre-owned Cunis vehicles come with our exclusive no-fear lifetime warranty coverage at no extra charge. So buy like a champion at the all-new Cunis Buick GMC of Oak Creek, 7020 South 27th Street, or Cunis Buick GMC of Greenfield, 3615 South 108th Street. Milwaukee's Buick GMC headquarters.
They say seeing is believing, and when you see what's inside at American Place Casino, you better believe you're gonna love it. Because when it comes to amazing gaming, we're a real game changer. With the most exciting of table games like blackjack, craps, and roulette, the newest slots, a sports book, restaurants, bars, and more. So if you're ready for excitement, we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game.
Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Bucks basketball is back. A new era tips off with Coach Griffin at the helm, alongside returning favorites and exciting new additions. It's Dame time, Milwaukee. Don't miss a moment of the action. From the electrifying slam dunks to the roar of 18,000 fans, all unfolding live at Fiserv Forum. Secure your seats now. Visit Bucks.com/tickets and join us for an unforgettable season of Bucks basketball. There's a seat waiting for you at Fiserv Forum. Secure yours now at Bucks.com/tickets.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Ashton Rotman with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
A huge congratulations to this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, which is actually the entire Divine Savior Holy Angels girls golf squad. DSHA came from behind last weekend to take home the WIAA State Girls Golf Tournament Division I Championship. In fact, in a post-tournament comment, Dasher senior golfer Kate Kruger credited Irish Challenge coins as somewhat of a lucky charm in their victory. Not to be lost, however, Kruger did perform extremely well down the stretch at University Ridge. She went birdie, par, birdie to make sure they held on for the title. Congratulations to the entire Divine Savior Holy Angels girls golf squad on their state title, and good luck next season.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
You got me loose and set me free. You make me win every way.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Getting you ready for Sunday, because we're getting closer. We got football tonight, and the Packers play soon. I can't wait. 800-990-3776 is the ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line. Make sure you check out Brad's issued gear on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, repping the Jaguars right now. Kyle, you didn't get any Novocaine or anything, did you?
No, thank goodness. I've been talking about this today.
You mean like how Chris has been talking the last week after he had his gum graft?
Potentially. I would wish to talk like that when my lip is all big and numb.
But, I mean, we're getting closer, and I do want to talk a little bit. All right, fine, Diana. This is Kyle's favorite.
That's my baby.
Well, I don't know about that. If your girlfriend's listening.
No, that's my girl, Diana.
All right, Diana McGuanago, after we did a coaching session earlier today, my profile was compared to George Washington, Michelle Obama, Judge Judy, and...
You're definitely Judge Judy, Ben.
All right, why?
Because you're so opinionated and you're so straight up forward, just exactly like she is. You're always telling it like it is.
Are you a fan of
Straight
Judge
up
Judy?
Judge Judy. Am I a fan of Judge Judy? I've watched her before.
See, this is the problem.
This would be an interesting follow-up question. Is that a compliment? Is it or is it a good thing to be compared to Judge Judy?
It could be a good or a bad thing.
Well, Diana, you're the official Kyle Wallace fan of KBN Nation, so we appreciate you calling in.
My favorite caller.
And I also want to see Jordan-Love progress. I want to see him get better.
There it is. I mean, that's where I want to go next. That's where I want to go next. Thank you, Diana. What's more important to you? Because the Packers winning games has an emotional effect on a lot of people's lives. Kyle, after a loss, can't watch football the rest of the day. It's a noon game. So if they lose, your Sunday's done. You're not going to be a happy man.
Yeah.
And there's also part of this is we know the most important thing for this season is figuring out what Jordan Love is and if he's the guy. So what's most important to you coming off this bye? The Packers winning the game, or despite the result, just seeing improvement out of Jordan Love, even if it sacrifices if they lose a Kyle Wallace Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, one thing I do love is seeing Jordan Love progress, like really progress, but Jordan Love playing bad would be very disappointing. It would be. But finding a way to win despite your quarterback playing bad. At the end of the day, it's about wins and losses. That's what it's about for me. And so I need the Packers to win. So I'm going with the Packers to win. How much I care about Jordan Love, I need the Packers to win because I want to have wins and losses for this team. And Jordan Love's progress has to be there. If he looks bad, even though the Packers win, then you still find out something about the future, right? You still figure out whether or not Jordan Love is the guy, or maybe he isn't the guy. But a Packers win definitely soothes everything. So I'm going 100%. I'd rather the Packers win and Jordan Love stay stagnant than the Packers actually losing.
Wow. That's surprising.
I mean,
because I thought this year wasn't about wins and losses.
No, it's so.
See, this is okay.
This is the thing about it, though. It all depends on who you're playing. And I understand how upset I'm going to be if the Packers lose against the Broncos and then I have to come here the next day and deal with you all. And not you all. I mean, Judge Judy over here. I don't have the mental capacity to do it because it's one thing to be all in a bad mood from Sunday from 3 p.m. all the way the rest of the night. It's another thing to be in a bad mood and then have to come and listen to everybody else talk about how crappy the Green Bay Packers are. And so this is just one game, and hopefully, the Packers winning can do something more positive. But I'm hoping to see a Packers win versus Jordan Love progressing. I'd rather have him stay stagnant of the whole and the Packers actually win, because that means other people on the Packers team are doing better.
Well, and I'm torn on this because I've been big on saying I don't think it's right or advisable for the Packers to go through an active tanking situation to get better draft picks or be okay with losing. Because I think once you garner a culture of losing, it's really hard to shake that off. You can't just
you're right.
spin it.
I mean, you have an example of the Bears last year.
Yes.
Who, they thought they had their quarterback. They got the number 1 pick. They traded for capital. And then in the summer, it was, watch out, Green Bay Packers. And we saw what happened in game 1. And we've also seen them, what are they, 1-4? Do they have their bye? No.
Yeah, they're 1-5.
Yeah, exactly. So again, I think this is where the balance comes in of you're trying to accomplish 2 things, but it doesn't always work like that.
Right. And still, with that being said, as much as I'm uncomfortable with teams thinking that actively losing or being okay with losing is a good thing, I still think that evaluating Jordan Love and seeing progress there is the most important thing, because that's what this season's all about. As we've seen with Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre, whenever you have a franchise guy, first of all, if you have that guy, it brings hope. And all the rest of the team, they're going to be interchangeable throughout the years. You're going to have playmakers come and go. You're going to have defense, offense. You're going to have guys come and go. But having that foundational franchise quarterback could be around for 10 or 15 years. You have to know if that's the case with Jordan Love. And the quarterbacks coming out are only getting better. They're only getting more ready to play. So if he can't take this time off, respond from a couple of bad games against a terrible defense, it's just going to arouse more questions, more lack of confidence in Jordan Love. And then the Packers might need to start asking some hard questions.
Yeah, I mean, there's only one answer. It's not about finding a way to win. It's finding more about Jordan Love after this bye week. You're going to have some help, likely, in Aaron Jones, helping Jordan Love hopefully establish some ground game that they have barely gotten. And they got a little bit from A.J. Dillon against the Raiders, but Aaron Jones, Kyle, you gave some statistics that I liked. Running to the left and to the right, no bueno. It's been great for the Packers, tossing to the left, tossing to the right, but you can't do that with the personnel without Aaron Jones. And so if they can establish something more that the defense has to respect, then we're going to be able to see more Jordan Love passes and more time. Is the accuracy getting better? Is the completion percentage getting better? And that's not, completion percentage isn't everything. But I mean, if you're living in the 50s, it starts to become something. It's not everything, but it starts to become something if it's consistently something you're worrying about. Deep ball accuracy, right? Getting on the same page as a guy who's, I saw something about Luke Musgrave, their tight end 1. Great with separation when targeted, but he's not very targeted. So there's so many things, Brad, that you've talked about from a bye week. You've said the word self-scouting that the Packers get a chance to do. They now have had a chance not just to look at the opponent, but look at themselves. And if they can't come out of this week knowing that, again, Denver has given up 200 points through 6 games. That is the worst in the league. And I'm not asking the Packers to put up 30 points, but they need to look competent offensively against a team that has sold some players off during this season. They don't have a Max Crosby type that the Raiders had that can disrupt and change the entire game defensively for them. I just need to see more from Jordan Love because this is all about him. It's all about seeing Jordan Love because the sooner that you find out if he's the guy or not the guy, the sooner you can create your strategy when you say that these quarterbacks are coming out and they're ready to play a little bit quicker than they were maybe like they were in 2008, right? Like it's comparable, but it's not comparable into how the game has evolved and who's coming out earlier and ready to play earlier at QB1 position.
What does winning say? If you win despite your quarterback not playing an exceptional game, that says that the players around him rose to the occasion and performed better. That has been something that has been lacking of for the Green Bay Packers offense. So that's why when I look at the performers, obviously we all want Jordan Love to play well. We want him to progress. But if this football team were last week or 2 weeks ago when the Green Bay Packers played, it seemed like the skill position players did not step up. They weren't in the right place. They weren't maximizing plays. If they are able to start maximizing plays in due time, the quarterback will eventually, I would hope, get better. And people get paid when teams win. Daniel Jones got paid. Jimmy G got paid. It seems like if teams win, quarterbacks, even if they're average, they still are somehow progressing with that team and getting a little better, and they get paid for being successful. And I just say if the Packers can win and breed that winning culture, that means everybody around Jordan Love is getting better, which creates for a better future for Jordan Love with the Green Bay Packers.
Well, it's an interesting philosophical discussion, right? Like, how do you build a winning team? Do you build it like the 49ers, where it's like, hey, we need a competent quarterback, but we're going to build such a good roster that it almost doesn't matter who's playing quarterback? Or are you going to build it like the Chiefs, where you are completely quarterback dependent, and we're going to change out everything around him as long as we have coach coach quarterback? Those are extreme examples for sure. Yeah. But that's the philosophy behind doing it. So you're saying if you have a competent team around them, that will help Jordan Love play to the Brock Purdy level.
So here's where I'm gonna hit Kyle and I'm gonna hit Brad. From Kyle's perspective, talking about the team elevating themselves to win. If Jordan Love doesn't play well and the team elevates, and finds a way to win, it's a 1-5 Broncos team. I know winning and building winning matters, but that would matter to me if they were able to do it against the Chiefs or the Lions or a more competent team. So that's why off of the bye, I want to see Jordan Love, with what Matt LaFleur and the team have been able to put together, be competent against a bad defense. But when it comes to looking at team building, right, this is where the Packers are in a very interesting spot, because Patrick Mahomes, and I know we're talking extremes here, is the highest paid quarterback after he just restructured his original deal. And like you said, they're just sort of building around. They just traded back for another asset, and they're just trying to put as many weapons as they can on low cost around him and see who clicks. On the other end, you have a guy that's making $875,000 as the last draft pick in the NFL last year in Brock Purdy. You know what that does? That gives you the opportunity to invest in everything around your team. And so with Jordan Love, he's on the back half of not his rookie deal because they've restructured him, but if he's good, they're going to have to make a decision. It's hard just going to be like, yeah, let's just keep signing him. But even if you sign him for more than what he's been paid as his rookie deal with this extension, then that's not money that's going to, even though you'll get money from Bakhtiari, that's in the dead cap, and Rodgers in the dead cap, you're going to have to pay Jordan Love, and that's going to go towards the cap. So it's a situation where you really, really, really want to know, because you either really want to invest and start building around him with what you know you're going to have to pay him, or you'd want to know, we need to find a different solution. 800-990-3776. Again, 800-990-3776. Heading into this game against the Broncos, would you rather see the Packers find a way to win or just see Jordan Love improve despite whatever the result is? We'll continue hearing from you guys as I am being compared to Judge Judy as well. I'll read some of your texts. We'll also do KBN Academy. But first, tell us a little bit about our friends at Smart Spaces, Kyle.
Oh, I love our friends at Smart Spaces, especially today. I love when we have all team meetings here at GKB Milwaukee, because it is an opportunity for me to be around all my great teammates. And today we had a beautiful all team meeting. Why? Because of the great technology from Smart Spaces. We were able to sit inside our cafe area and watch the PowerPoint, watch the presentation, and be as one, and have people on teams listening because of the great technology from Smart Spaces. And so this is why I highly recommend, if you are trying to have a more technologically integrated office, business, you need to contact Smart Spaces. There is no reason for you not to live and maximize this virtual world, because there are companies like Smart Spaces that can help you integrate this type of technology. Smart Spaces not only will get you technologically right, but they also will listen to your needs. They make sure they put your business first, and they find all of the seamless solutions for your office. I'm telling you right now, you have an opportunity to improve your business, take your business into the next century. Make sure you're more technologically integrated by using Smart Spaces. So visit smartspaceswi.com. That is smartspaceswi.com today to make sure that your office is moving in the right direction when it comes to technology.
800-990-3776 on Twitter at KBNESPN. We'll hear from you next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, presented by Bud Light.
Okay, but you could say the same thing about NFL sports teams fans.
Like Kyle Wallace.
Oh.
No, this is totally different.
No, Kyle, seriously, tell me the difference between getting dressed up, going to a Taylor Swift concert, versus getting dressed up, going to an NFL game.
This conversation was
that is good. That's a great response.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Congratulations are in order for Cedar Ridge Distillery's original 86 bourbon, the best-selling bourbon in Iowa for a third straight year, making a home in Wisconsin. Ben Brust here to tell you more about Cedar Ridge Distillery's bourbon and whiskey. Aged in non-climate control rickhouses, the Midwest weather means Cedar Ridge products go through all the temperature swings. That means unique flavors. So it makes sense that the Quintessential is one of the highest awarded American single malts. Trust me, each bottle of Cedar Ridge is handcrafted with that Midwest feel. Learn more about their award-winning products at cedarridgedistillery.com.
Gabe Neitzel from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy here. And yes, the weather is starting to turn. We can all see it. But don't let the chilly weather end your golf season. X-Golf at American Family Field is open all year round. They've got innovative and accurate golf simulators, and it's all overlooking left field at AmFam Field. Stop out for your lunch break and enjoy their lunch specials, or have an outing with your friends and take in X-Golf's full bar and food menus. X-Golf AmFam Field even offers golf lessons by a PGA Pro. Everyone is welcome at X-Golf at American Family Field. Book your sim today at xgolfamfamfield.com. I'll see you out there.
For over 4 decades, one name has stood out as a symbol of excellence in automotive sales and service. It's the Boucher Automotive Group, dedicated to providing exceptional experiences to all of our valued customers.
We will help you find the perfect vehicle within your budget while respecting your time.
With 20 convenient locations, we're the one-stop destination for all your automotive needs.
At Boucher, we're your trusted partner on every mile of your journey. Riding with you every mile since 1977.
Check out our brand new Hyundai dealership, one of the largest in the Midwest.
Step inside of our state-of-the-art showroom where you can view our new Hyundai models and some of our finest certified pre-owned.
We've also expanded our service center, staffed by our factory-certified technicians.
And right next door, we've started construction on our all-new Genesis of Waukesha dealership.
But we're not just building walls, we're building careers.
So if you're looking for a career with great benefits and opportunity for growth, Boucher is the place for you.
At Boucher, we ride with you every mile.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack. Another week in the books, and it was a big one. We win in football, we win in baseball, we win in the UFC. Everything turns a profit. Are you ready to make money as we head toward the end of October? Go to FatJackSports.com, and for as little as $299, get everything through Halloween. Want to add basketball? It starts next Tuesday. Add it now and save hundreds of dollars. Go to FatJackSports.com. Sign up today. The plays are emailed to you. You'll start winning this weekend at FatJackSports.com.
I thought I was going to have to go through a hip replacement or some painful, unsuccessful surgery or be crippled the rest of my life.
Electrical engineer Dan Vogler had awful arthritic pain in his hips. Pain that not only affected him physically, but also emotionally. And it spilled over even to his relationships.
I was almost mean. If you're in pain and other people don't sympathize with it, you're lashing out at the wrong people.
But then Dan found QC Kinetics. With the latest advances in regenerative medicine, non-surgical treatments with lasting relief.
I felt immediate relief. I mean, within half a day, much of the inflammation and pain was down.
And today, Dan says he's totally pain-free, living the life he wants.
At the end of the 4th treatment, I felt pretty much healed and enthused and was raving about QC Kinetics. I can recommend them highly to anyone.
Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Life's better with an auto policy from American Family Insurance. No matter what dreams you're driving towards. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto coverage at the right price. You'll also save up to 23% when you bundle auto with home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
But you're undeniable.
800-990-3776, the ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line. Heading into the weekend, Packers play the Broncos. Are you more interested in seeing Jordan Love show some improvement or just find a way to win, whatever the result? We also had some coaching earlier in which I was compared to Judge Judy, George Washington, Michelle Obama, and I always forget the other one. Vince Lombardi.
Vince.
That's why.
Of all the ones.
That's why I'm not him.
Our motto is, when they go low, we go high.
Yeah, that's not me.
Here comes a general. The pride of Mount Vernon. Here comes a general. George Washington. We are outgunned, outmanned.
What is this?
Outnumbered, outhandled, baby.
Judge Judy.
Oh, please. That's baloney. You look ridiculous. Got it? You ready?
I'm ready.
You think he's ready?
He's not ready.
You know who I am, right?
I love it, Chris. I don't know how you keep whipping that up, but a great touch with Hamilton there. 800-990-3776. Let's go to Sonny in Brookfield. Sonny, welcome into KBN.
Gentlemen, one thing that people are forgetting is when you take the Rodgers salary cap hit, the Bakhtiari payroll hit, and the fact that Aaron Jones isn't playing, that's almost $70 million of players that we're getting zero help. And when you take that amount of money off of another team, they're going to have the same struggles we do because you have no talent because all that money is getting you zero return. And, we're trying to stack all that onto Jordan Love, who's already got enough crap to deal with.
Yeah, and I appreciate some of the perspective, but I do think it's not fair to throw Aaron Jones in like the wasted dead cap money because he's on the team and he's likely going to be playing on Sunday. I think it's unfair to I understand that David Bakhtiari is going to feel like it's dead cap money that's being wasted because he's not playing, but he did play and his intention was to play this entire season. If you want to be like, look, Rodgers' dead cap money has hurt this team because they weren't able to use that to help build around the team, I can see that argument, but ultimately every NFL franchise has dead cap money, and eventually you have to work with what you have, and Matt LaFleur and his system is supposed to help Jordan Love make easy throws, and part of that is going to be the importance of getting Aaron Jones back, and that's why this is a good barometer. I feel like on Sunday, a bad defense, getting some weapons back, a little bit more continuity with Elton Jenkins in the offensive line, and again, a bad team. So let's see what we got. And again, I understand that it sucks that they weren't able to use a lot of that money, but there are a lot of teams that move money and then get screwed by it because they're trying to win in a certain time period. Rodgers just had a freaking huge contract, and then he took a pay cut with the Jets. So if you want to be upset with that, I understand. 800-990-3776. Go to Dirk in Slade's Corner. Dirk, what up?
Well, here's the thing, guys. The answer's been in front of your face all morning. You've been saying his name, Vince Lombardi. Okay? Winning isn't everything. It's the only thing, all right? Jordan Love playing good and the Packers winning come hand in hand, all right? So, we got to stop worrying about what the expectations are and look at the goals, okay? The goal is to get in the playoffs, to get in the dance, if you ask me. If we get in the dance, we got a chance. That's at the end of the day. I'd have to say the important thing is building a winning culture and getting these young guys to understand what it means to play for the Green Bay Packers and be proud of that and honor the people who came before them, the players and the coaches, and do right by them.
All right, Dirk, I appreciate the call, but here's what I will say to that is I understand wanting to continue the legacy of the Green Bay Packers and what they've been able to do in winning the North and owning the North over the last 20 years, but I try not to be the guy who says, look at 2008, because it does bother me, but there is a comp of they found out Aaron Rodgers was the guy and the team wasn't very good. So that's why I go to wanting to see more about Jordan Love versus caring about winning or losing on Sunday. Because if Jordan Love plays well and they lose, that's okay. Because we've seen that like it's more about finding the foundation in the NFL of a quarterback.
Well, and look, there's 32 teams in the NFL, but how many teams are actually capable of winning the Super Bowl? How many teams are actually capable of making the playoffs? There's not many. There's not as many as you think. This isn't some wide open gambit where, hey, it could be anybody. There are certain teams you look at it and you say there is no way they're going to be able to make the playoffs or win a Super Bowl. And it's all about then maximizing your window. And the Packers' window to do that with Aaron Rodgers closed. I think it's closed for now. And they're trying to figure out if it's ever going to reopen with Jordan Love. So as part of the equation of being able to have an open Super Bowl playoff window is having a capable quarterback. You need to check some of those boxes first before the Packers can have a serious annual chance of being a playoff team or a Super Bowl contender.
I say it. We want Jordan Love to play well, but what if this team sucks on Sunday, right? But Jordan Love plays well. So Jordan Love, he throws it to people, but they drop it because they're wide open. They get the ball and they fumble the ball after they try to get yards after catch. The offensive line
that will be noticed.
The offensive line has Jordan running for his life, and Jordan's out there, and we're just going to sit here and say, well, Jordan Love did the best he could despite this team not playing well, despite the defense getting gashed again. I mean, when you look at all the things around this team, you said 2008. That 2008 team underachieved because they had some holes, but they had dependable, reliable guys around their quarterback, which allowed for Aaron Rodgers to thrive and be successful offensively. We are still trying to figure out if this team has what it needs for Jordan Love to thrive and be successful. So that's why this Sunday, if the team takes a step forward, that is still a positive step overall for the organization and for Jordan Love's future, because we know that there's guys around him. Now can he get the ball to the guys when he needs to?
So I have another wrinkle that might actually make me change my mind on this. If the Packers as a team go out and stink against a team that stinks, does it throw up another question that's even bigger than the Jordan Love question?
Are the Packers any good?
Can Billy build a roster? Is he a good GM? Maybe he's a terrible GM.
I mean, every year we're talking about the talent on the defense, and then it doesn't reach top 10 potential like everyone talks about heading into the season. But again, and then it goes to Joe Barry. There's so many different layers that are going to be uncovered and unpeeled like the onion throughout these 17 games throughout the entire season. In reference to me being compared to Judge Judy, let's go to the talk and text line. Nick in Port Washington chimes in. Ben is like George W. Bush. A bit bumbling, makes you want to hate him, while having some odd charm where you still would like to have a beer with him, regardless of how much he frustrates you. Nick in Port Washington, I always say it. We're at the 3rd Street Market Hall. You come down here, 5 o'clock ends, and you knock on this window. I'll go have a beer with you. Also chiming in, Jim from Evansville. Ben reminds me of none of these people, but more like George Washington Carver, who is known for harvesting peanuts. Most of the stuff that comes out of Ben's mouth are just nuts. So, again, keep them coming in as y'all are just...
I want to know what he means by that. Jim from Evansville, can you explain what...
I say some wacky stuff. I think he's getting at.
Oh, okay.
Not actually. Come on, Kyle. Now you want to be the sexual innuendo guy? Now you want to be it? Justin Racine thinks I'm too focused on getting after Love. But again, I think in being fair here, I do agree. There is wasted cap space, like he says. They do have young talent, and a first-year quarterback equals a 4 to 6 win team. Plain and simple. What are you expecting? Again, expecting to see the blocking and tackling portion of being a quarterback in front of me, right? Even if everything isn't perfect, the offensive line isn't trash. Like, they're good enough to provide Jordan Love enough time. If Aaron Jones comes back and helps develop a run game, this was all there week 1 and 2. And so, if 2, not so much with Aaron Jones, but he had time and he was able to make throws.
And
so,
wouldn't it be great to be able to say, all right, well, he had time and the defense played well and the players stepped up, but Jordan Love, he didn't look great. What will he look like next week? I would rather see this team progress and us still be waiting to see about Jordan Love, because
that's a scary game. You can't be waiting.
I'm a franchise guy. At the end of the day, I think Jordan Love is a guy, but if he ain't, I will be happy to know that we have other people on this team that will take us to the promised land, because this team is going to the promised land. I believe Jordan Love's going to lead them, but if the guy can't play and he stinks, I'd be happy to know that he stinks and the team doesn't stink versus the team stinking and him stinking. And you know what that smells like? That smells like losing year after year in a restart. And I don't know what that looks like in Green Bay.
Yeah, that sounds like the Bears of like a quarterback absolutely stinking and a team stinking, because it's really hard to really, lose your way to getting a good quarterback, and then a quarterback enters a terrible losing culture with a terrible team. How are they supposed to perform well in that? The Packers need to figure out really quickly if Love stinks or if he's great. It'd be better for the Packers if he was clearly one or the other. And then I would agree with you. If the team is good and Jordan Love stinks, draft yourself a quarterback. You've got a cheap guy for 4 years. That window might open up then for the Packers.
800-990-3776. Last one before we get to KBN Academy. Stan from Belleville chimes in. Tank the rest of the season. Swap first-rounders and 2 second-rounders to draft someone that can actually put some juice behind the ball. Jordan Love throws as hard as my wife. Being predictable in a noodle arm doesn't compare to anything in the bigs. Mitch Trubisky 2.0. Again, like I only share that because there is still a portion that doesn't believe that he has the accuracy, the arm strength. I'm not there. I really am not. Like, I think you've seen enough early on to have encouraging signs, but you need to see consistency. And I think Sunday we'll have a chance to continue to build upon what was seen through the first 3 games and not necessarily what was the last 2 games. A little KBN Academy coming up next year on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, presented by the official beer of the NFL, Bud Light.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
I've been wearing these tight-ass pants all day a little bit, and my drawers have not been comfortable at all in these pants today. And so I've just been so uncomfortable sitting in this. Y'all know when the stuff be riding up?
Oh, yeah.
So that's TMI.
I don't actually.
Oh, you don't wear drawers?
I do not wear underwear.
Oh, heck.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, my gosh. So you literally sit across from me just free balling every single day?
Every day.
Presented by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. From the tee box to the green and everything golf-related in between.
Who's number one?
Max.
Yeah, Max Homa's number one. It's not even close, right?
On the Tee with Gabe Neitzel and Stephen Watson.
Just because he's been so open and honest already, you get a couple drinks in that guy, like, how open is he going to be?
On the Tee with Gabe and Stephen. Presented by Wisconsin Golf Trips. Tuesday night at 6, right here on 94.5 ESPN. And available with Wisconsin On Demand wherever you get your podcasts.
Get to and from every home game in Green Bay this football season safely. Milwaukee Broadhouse, Jack's American Pub, and Wanakee Golf Course all offer transportation on game days. They've got bus services with private restrooms and all-you-can-drink packages. Book your round-trip ride from any of these locations and get complimentary access to an all-you-can-eat and drink tailgate at the bar on Holmgren Way. Make your reservations now. There's still room for the October 29th and November 5th games. Visit MilwaukeeBroadhouse.com to book your trip today.
Sharp Literacy's A Novel event is coming. Join Sharp Literacy and special guest A.J. Dillon on Monday, November 6th at the Eagles Ballroom for a night of conversation, an auction, awards, and a variety of food stations. The Green Bay running back is also the author of Quadzilla Finds His Footing, an uplifting children's book about perseverance. Funds raised at A Novel event will support Sharp's STEAM-based education programs in the state. For tickets and information, visit sharpliteracy.org. A Novel event, Monday, November 6th at the Eagles Ballroom.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we've helped hunters gear up for the season for over 6 decades. So as you prep for this year's hunt, shop unbeatable deals on supplies to make your trip successful. Like 10 packs of grabber hand warmers, just $5.99. Over 60% off a 7 cubic foot Igloo chest freezer, only $179.99. Get a Schumacher multi-amp battery charger starting at $79.99. And Splash RV and Marine antifreeze, just $4.49 a gallon.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
When you need electrical service, choose the company other companies call. Current Electric has been energizing and illuminating lives in the southeastern Wisconsin area since 1983. They have earned the trust of businesses like Bauer Sign and Lighting, Midas, and Take 5 Car Wash. With 40 years of 5-star service under their belt, they are sure they can earn your trust too. Whether you need residential or commercial work completed or are interested in solar or generators, call the superheroes at Current Electric. Visit callcurrent.com.
Homer here. There's a good chance you're on a budget. We all are. But she wants a diamond. You know it. And Robert Hack Diamonds knows it too, because they offer a huge collection of lab-grown diamonds. Guys, these are diamonds. They're just grown in a laboratory, which speeds up the process. At Robert Hack Diamonds, you can get a 1-carat diamond for under $600. And 2-carat diamonds, many of which go for under $1,000. Manufacturer prices are dropping fast. And Robert Hack Diamonds wants to help you save money while also giving you a great product. Some jewelers are charging nearly $5,000 for a lab-grown diamond. Not Robert Hack. Your visit will be worth it, and she'll think so too. Robert Hack also offers repair services and cash for your old gold. Stop in today. Robert Hack in Greenfield on Layton Avenue or Brookfield on Greenfield Avenue. And shop their whole lab-grown diamond and jewelry selection at roberthackdiamonds.com. Remember, great product, great price. roberthackdiamonds.com.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Feels like forever tonight. Feels like forever tonight. Feels like forever tonight.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Ben Brust here alongside Kyle Wallace. As I can see, he's getting his green and gold on right now. He's excited. But what comes with his excitement is either going to be smiles on Monday or tears on Monday that we'll have to deal with. Brad Nortman, 6-time, 6-year NFL punter.
Boy, if it's a loss and a bad loss at that,
I'm worried.
That's a painful. I can totally see the Lions, even the Raiders. It's like, oh, okay, but the Broncos, oh.
So here's why I'm worried, because Homer of the Homer Hour from 5 to 6, every day, any guest he has on, he makes them. He says, "Tell me the Packers are going to win on Sunday, because I can't handle if they lose." And that's the scary thing, right? When you're like, "Oh my gosh, we can't lose," like there is a possibility. And I'm not saying because the Broncos are good or the Packers are bad. The Packers are a coin flip in every game this year. They are from a Vegas perspective, and they've shown it on the field. So it's not like I'm walking in, to the Denver Broncos game thinking it's an automatic win. Like it's any given Sunday, and this team has not given me reason from a consistency standpoint to be like, yes, they're going to take care of business. Well, I believe they should, and they have the tools, and they have enough to get over the hump of this Broncos team. It is a possibility, so we'll monitor Kyle's mental health after Sunday's game, good or bad. I'll send him a text. Will you respond if they do lose?
If it's a text that's like, trying to troll me,
I just be like, I will literally say like, just checking on you.
I may not like that because I think it's disingenuous. I may not like it.
I'm literally saying I'm just going to be checking on you.
Why you got to check on me?
Because you're part of the show.
You know I'm not good, okay? You know I'm going to be here, but I'm not good. You don't need to ask me. That's why I don't like it. I got family members that the only time I hear from them is when they want to talk trash when the Packers lose.
You got family members that don't like the Packers?
Yeah, man, I got some family. They not blood. They through marriage, so I don't really. They know
they
who
don't count.
They don't count, especially when they trying to troll me. They sorry teams.
800-990-3776. That's the ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line. You can also see on Twitter at KBN ESPN the polls we have up and streaming on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. Chris, let's quickly go through a little KBN Academy.
In radio, our goal's pretty simple.
Just so you know, you really suck.
Have an A show or an F show.
Hey,
it's an A.
All the side sucks around here.
The same goes for topics in this next segment. This is the KBN Academy.
Those that can't do, teach.
KBN Academy is presented by Circa Sports. Play the Circa Million and Circa Survivor with $14 million in guaranteed prizes only at Circa Sports. Enter in Vegas, play from anywhere. Visit circasports.com for details.
Professor Wallace, Professor Nortman, and Professor Brust here to answer some questions. You can only give an A or an F. There's no B's, C's, or D's, or anywhere in between. Instacart released the top 10 list of popular candies according to shoppers on the app. I'll give you the top 10. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, Peanut M&M's, Tootsie Pops, Twizzlers, Hershey's, Sour Patch Kids, Candy Corn, what? Kit Kat, and Starburst. A or F, your favorite candy is on that top 10 list.
I don't know if this is in order, but if it is, it's not only an A, it's an A+. Because give me those Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. That is in order,
by the way, yes.
Okay, so Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. I guess I'm just like everyone else. I'm leading the charge on the Peanut Butter Cups. An A is on here. There's not many things on here that I would say no to. Candy corn would certainly be one of them. And
just Hershey's by itself.
Oh, yeah. You don't like that? Chocolate's good old-fashioned
no,
chocolate.
So you don't like what by itself?
Just like a Hershey's chocolate. I need like a s'more.
Is it white chocolate?
Like, that's the thing. I'll eat the Hershey's like
cookies and cream one.
Cookies and cream, even white chocolate. But just like the chocolate, I want something else with it.
I'm a big chocolate guy, so I'm okay with that. But Reese's, number one in my book, big time A.
Yeah, I'm giving this an A as well. This list is actually pretty decent. I've dabbled in all of this. I love me some Kit Kats. I love me some Starburst. I love me some Sour Patch Kids. I like Reese's. The only thing missing on here is that sour straws. You know them straws?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's missed on this list, but I would swap out candy corn. I feel like candy corn is only on this list because it's a classic. Not because kids actually are like, oh, candy corn. No, it's because it's just a classic Halloween candy. Who actually eats candy corn outside of Halloween? Have you ever seen it being sold in stores?
That's why it's not good.
I feel like they made candy corn before candy was good.
Right.
And then tradition just kept it in the picture. They got to get that out of there.
That's exactly what it is.
I think we're all in agreement there. Cancel candy corn from Halloween.
Who makes, like, we know about Hershey's and all the other factories. Who makes candy corn? Like, what company is coming to make candy corn?
It's a great question. I don't know.
It's not Nestle. Not Nestle. Yeah, Nestle's one.
Mars.
You guys got computers in front of you?
Oh, okay. You're right. I could be my own institute here trying to figure out who makes candy corn.
I mean, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, especially if you put in the freezer or the fridge, cool them off a little bit. My dog got into, or actually our dogs got into a 12-pack of Reese's.
Oh.
Yeah, they survived.
I thought
dogs
could eat chocolate.
So apparently milk chocolate is not as harmful as dark chocolate. And luckily, there's peanut butter in the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. So
Lexi just told me this about dogs. It was something to the effect of, like, it's not the actual chocolate, but it's like caffeine or something that's in chocolate. So it's not chocolate itself. That's why dark chocolate, I think, is worse for them, because whatever it is in there is a higher level of, I think, is it caffeine? I don't know.
Dogs aren't in love with the cocoa?
Any KBN Nation
No, I'm sure they love it. It just would kill them, you know?
Yeah.
Let's go over to the ghost phenomenon. According to a survey, 40% of Americans report an unexplained phenomenon in their home. Phenomena. There we go. A or F, you believe in ghosts?
I'm gonna go with an F. I don't believe in ghosts in like the traditional sense that I think people are reporting like unexplained phenomena. I do think there are spiritual forces in this world, but like ghosts and things like, nah, I don't believe that. Not the way that like Halloween portrays it to be and whatever these folks are talking about.
Listen, I don't like to go down this path because of the fact that if ghosts aren't real, I don't want them to come into my life to prove that they are real. And
Ghosts, if you're listening, come get Kyle.
Listen, Ghosts, go ahead. Listen, I come in peace, you come in peace, leave me alone. So,
is that what you'd say to aliens?
I would say that to aliens. I would say that to the ghosts, just let me be. So listen, the ghosts are real. I don't know, nor do I care. Leave me alone. I ain't had no experiences. I don't want no experiences. So I am not going to sit here and speak on nobody else's experiences. And like I said, ghosts, Casper, if you a real thing, stay away from me.
Well, Casper's friendly, though. He's the friendly ghost.
Listen, ain't nothing friendly about no dang ghost, okay? You see a ghost out of nowhere going through walls, are you going to sit here and be, oh, it's a friendly ghost? Hell no. I'm going to say, what is going on?
I love that you think this is possible, too.
The people said that they have these experiences.
People are dumb!
Well, and there's a popular hotel down here in Milwaukee that people think is very... I think Colin Russo and his dad, our friend over at ESPN Madison, Colin Russo had a story about it.
That's
I don't know.
Put me
in that hotel. I want to experience it all.
Yeah. I don't want you to go to the hotel and then bring the spirits back with you, and then they know that they think we cool, and all of a sudden they trying to come to my house with me.
That's it for KBN Academy. 800-990-3776. On Twitter at KBN ESPN. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Mr. Unlimited Russell Wilson was once cool in my eyes when he was awesome for the Badgers, but since then, not so much. He's the opponent on Sunday. Do you even like him anymore? Next. Hey, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust. Men can be their own worst critics, especially as we get older and compare our current self to the younger version. The experts at Forward Healthy Lifestyles in Germantown help men with testosterone optimization, regenerative medicines, heart health screenings, weight loss, and yes, sexual enhancement services. Forward Healthy Lifestyles can offer regained energy and endurance, more muscle and tone, enhanced performance, joint therapies, and more. Change your life and stop comparing who you are now to who you used to be. Visit forwardhealthylifestyles.com for a free consultation.
Announcing the former All-Star Buick GMC is now the all-new Cunis Buick GMC of Oak Creek. And the former John Paul's Buick GMC is now the all-new Cunis Buick GMC of Greenfield, Milwaukee's Buick GMC headquarters. Greg Cunis was recently named Time Magazine's Wisconsin Automotive Dealer of the Year. Plus, Cunis dealerships have been awarded Top 100 Best in the U.S. by the Automotive News the past 9 years. Our mission is to bring the Cunis Auto Group's unequaled customer satisfaction and service to our friends in the greater Milwaukee area. Cunis Milwaukee Buick GMC stores have the area's largest pre-owned car, truck, and SUV inventory with over 3,000 vehicles available on lot or online and always at a price and payment you can afford. And all new and pre-owned Cunis vehicles come with our exclusive no-fear lifetime warranty coverage at no extra charge. So buy like a champion at the all-new Cunis Buick GMC of Oak Creek, 7020 South 27th Street, or Cunis Buick GMC of Greenfield, 3615 South 108th Street. Milwaukee's Buick GMC headquarters.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack. Another week in the books, and it was a big one. We win in football, we win in baseball, we win in the UFC. Everything turns a profit. Are you ready to make money as we head toward the end of October? Go to FatJackSports.com, and for as little as $299, get everything through Halloween. Want to add basketball? It starts next Tuesday. Add it now and save hundreds of dollars. Go to FatJackSports.com. Sign up today. The plays are emailed to you. You'll start winning this weekend at FatJackSports.com.
Hey, this is Homer. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Getting closer and closer to the Green Bay-Denver game on Sunday. And then you get to watch them all the way through Week 18. I can't wait. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Even Rasul Douglas, I saw a quote, like just talking about how like they have the bad taste in their mouth. They haven't won since forever ago because of the long layoff. But like, it's going to be week to week, getting to see the development and the growth of this entire team. And there's an opportunity for Jordan Love, I believe, with Matt LaFleur against this bad Denver defense. And I think there's an opportunity for the Green Bay Packers defense to disrupt Mr. Unlimited, Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, formerly of the Wisconsin Badgers, formerly a teammate of our very own Brad Nortman. We found out that they're fake friends yesterday. Real friends. They haven't texted in 3.5 years. And it's exactly why Russell Wilson is no longer likable, in my opinion. Here's why he's no longer likable. Because since he played at the University of Wisconsin and put up just unbelievable numbers, and like one of the most unbelievable seasons, look at this, 33 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. I mean, that is ridiculous.
It's unreal.
Ridiculous. But like, he was weird then, and he's weird now. Here's the evolution of Russell Wilson.
Go Broncos country. Let's ride, baby. Hey, you want to split this Subway sandwich? It is my signature sandwich. It's called the Danger Witch, and it's dangerously good. Be careful, though. It's spicy.
I've been thinking about what my alter ego would be, and I think I have an alter ego. His name's Mr. Unlimited.
He's the worst. That's your guy, Brad? Defend that.
All right. That's hard to listen to. I'm not going to lie. Okay, it's hard to listen to. And yes, do I think he volunteers things? It's one thing if you're like post game or whatever and you say something cringeworthy or whatever. But a lot of the things Russ curates and puts out there is kind of cringeworthy, right? And we just heard him. However, as people in the state of Wisconsin, if you call yourself a Badger fan, you gotta like Russell Wilson. I feel like you not that you have to at least respect him and give him the benefit of the doubt because what he did for this university that year.
That's
that was
it.
Unbelievable.
I respect what he did when I was a sophomore in college. He was amazing. That 33 touchdown, 4 interception season was electric. His first game, I remember him running around the field like on that scramble. I forget who played in your first game. It was a crappy opponent, but it still showed that he was unbelievable. But since then, he's progressively made me not want to be like, yeah, represent Wisconsin, Russ.
Well, I agree that a lot of what he does is cringeworthy and awkward, for sure. I don't know who is advising him on some of these things that he puts out there, whether it be social media or commercials like that.
It's him.
But I feel like, what would you rather have? Like, I mean, it's an extreme of like kind of corniness, right? But he's also relentlessly positive. From my entire experience with him, he's approachable and kind. He's a good like servant in the community. He's a good dude. Well, would you rather have a jerk at quarterback? I mean, we've experienced kind of what a jerk looks like.
Hell yeah, I'd rather have a jerk.
Would you rather have? I mean, I get that he's like makes you uncomfortable and it's weird, but how can you like hate the guy? That seems extreme, right?
No.
What do you mean? All of his teammates don't really like playing with him?
No, it's extreme. You know what I should? I might send a text. But here's the thing.
Huh?
A guy.
What's going on in your brain?
I know somebody who played with him, and I might send a text who played with him in the NFL to see if he liked him or not. But he may. We'll see. But my question is not my question. But here's my thing. How can you hate somebody that took on the responsibility of raising other people's kids? Okay? That's what Russell did. That's the type of guy that he is.
Amen.
So I'm not going to sit here.
Oh my gosh, you guys are just...
I'm not going to sit here and bash somebody for being themselves. How can you hate somebody
Chris,
for
play
always,
it again.
How can
play
you hate somebody for living
Go Broncos country. Let's ride, baby.
Hey,
you want to split this Subway sandwich?
Split
it is
the
my
sandwich.
signature sandwich. It's
Split
called the
it.
Danger Witch.
Share
It's
it.
dangerously good. Be careful, though.
It's spicy. Look.
It's spicy.
I've been thinking about what my alter ego would be, and I think I have an alter ego. His name's Mr. Unlimited.
Unlimited potential. It's all positive. How are we going to hate on somebody for being extra positive? That's annoying. If somebody being happy, somebody else this is why you judge Judy. Because all you try to do is destroy people's happiness. That's all he's doing.
What I destroy is phoniness, and that's what I'm calling out here from Russell.
This is what he is.
So why do you think he's fake, though? He's like this no matter what, behind closed doors.
That's not what he was like with you at the Badgers. He's changed.
Not the weird commercials, but like he was super positive.
Thank you.
He was super encouraging.
Yeah.
And he was steady. I mean, this is, okay, it's a different version of Russ, but it's the same Russ that I'm hearing. Like, I think that's why guys didn't like him in the locker room, is because he was like never...
He's not a human.
Well, he's like never negative. He was never, and
that's annoying.
They would call that real.
It's
like,
annoying. That's not real. You can't just be happy all the time.
What do you
That's
mean?
not reality.
Don't drag him down.
Right. Don't try to drag somebody's positive outset on life down because
I'm going to drag down phoniness.
Why you got to be phony because you're happy? What the mess is that?
I love that I deal with two very positive guys on this show. I am an eternal optimist myself. You know me. That being said, it's just like, that's not reality. It's not reality to throw 3 interceptions and be like, yeah, guys, it's going to be okay. We're going to get them next week.
You want them to mope?
I want them to be real. I want to be like, I was bad and I'm going to get better. But it's always just like, yeah, everything. Yeah, I'm Mr. Unlimited. Try my spicy sandwich.
Yeah, he just says, hey, like, listen, I was bad last week, but what can we do, right? I can't go back and get those 3 interceptions
I declare
back.
right now that I'm disowning Russell Wilson from being a Wisconsin Badger.
Wow, that is not the feeling of this show. It's not the KBS. This is the Ben Brust feeling. That is not the Brett Nortman feeling.
The comments that you just heard came from Ben Brust, not from
John
from
and
the
Tosa.
Norty
800-990-3776. Hit us.
Hey, thanks for taking my call. I'm with you, Ben. Did you guys not remember the Hail Mary with gum chewing Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson going, oh, yeah, I thought he caught it. You know, or last year I was doing the high knees all the way to London.
Oh, my God.
How can you like
about
the guy?
all of that. Oh, my gosh, John, thank you for the call. Remember when he was doing rehab He was doing rehab. What is there? 24 hours in a day? Yeah. He was doing rehab for like 22. He's just full of crap. I can't believe you guys are just like, you guys are in the minority. I know this.
Okay. I'll admit his self-awareness has not improved. And I feel like he was more self-aware in college. That's why I'm not sure fame is a good thing for almost anybody, but his self-awareness isn't great. I'll say that. But like I feel like no matter who you are, you're going to get ripped to shreds in our culture.
No, I don't agree. I think he's given enough ammo to everybody. Brian and Sheboygan, welcome into Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Do you disown Russell Wilson as a Badger?
I don't disown him, but he's a tool. Do you guys remember when he had a doctor write a special note about he had the most miraculous thumb recovery ever? He is a D-bag. He's everything everyone said Aaron Rodgers was. Demanded a trade, chewed out his offensive line, tried to get the coach fired. He is a tool.
Who is more insufferable to you, Rodgers or Wilson?
Wilson.
There it is, 800-990-3776. Chris, get that one up on Twitter at KBN ESPN. Which personality is more insufferable to you, Rodgers or Russell Wilson? Man, I'm telling you, you guys are on the wrong side of history.
I'm okay with that. I think he, at a bare minimum, okay, I don't like the fact that he tried to like get his coach fired and all that kind of stuff. I don't like that at all. However,
genuine, this guy.
Oh, there's no doubt that I know he means well. He is awkward. He can be cringy. I think he lost a lot of self-awareness.
Just because he shouted you out in a radio interview when he saw you
for like 5 months, and maybe he's changed a ton since then. But I don't think his heart has changed since then.
He changed, but not in a bad way. It's not like he's sitting here dragging people in press conferences. He's not. Yeah, he might have.
He tried to get his own coach fired,
but he didn't go out.
Allegedly,
he didn't go out publicly and get his coach fired as Aaron Rodgers did. And I wasn't against it because it was time for Mike McCarthy to go. I'm just saying is that you're trying to drag a guy for doing nothing but positive things. Like, he gets called corny, he gets called this, he gets called phony for just being himself, for being happy. What's wrong with having a joyful life and spreading positivity? What's wrong with, know what? Hey guys, I need to make sure I'm getting myself ready to go on this flight. It's not fake.
It's fake.
It's weird. It's not fake. Getting on a plane and doing high knees because that's doctor's orders. I need to do high knees.
That's an important distinction.
It's weird.
It's weird, but it's not fake.
It's like most sane people will be like, you know what? I'm probably just going to chill on this ride.
Sit your ass down.
No.
I think it's an awareness thing. He lacks some awareness.
And also, here's the thing. He was a kid who loved baseball. He played at NC State. Then he
would have fit in with baseball players a lot more.
Probably. It might be the baseball in him. Then he comes to Wisconsin. Then he's a third-round pick, and now he's a starting quarterback, and then he's a Super Bowl champion. He has all these great things. He has made all the right decisions in life. He has Sierra as a wife. He has made all the right decisions. Why would he go and try to make other decisions to make other people
I don't trust Sierra. I don't anymore.
Active at every local children's hospital in any city he plays in. So he is a good dude.
Yeah,
no one can tell me different.
What have you done, Judge Judy?
Not be as corny and losery as Russell Wilson, I can tell you that much. 800-990-3776. Who's been more insufferable as a personality to you, Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers? We'll keep hitting your text because I love how much heat you guys are bringing on Russell Wilson. You got two Russell bootlickers right here. They'll do anything for him right now.
With Tory Lowe too much.
Yeah, I mean, goodness gracious. I mean, you guys on Russell's payroll? You got a crush on Sierra?
Hey, man, we are friends.
You guys texted 3.5 years ago and you're holding on to your life to Russell Wilson? I don't want to have my resume on that one, even though I got a lot of bad stuff on my own. 800-990-3776. We're getting ready for Packers-Broncos, but Russell Wilson's a douche. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light.
Kyle wants me to feel what he's feeling. Let me feel what I feel. Let me go through my process the way I go through my process. You're a bully. You are a Jordan Love bully.
You move too slow for me, okay? You're moving way too slow. We've seen what we need to see.
Then get the ring out for your real girlfriend.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We do have some hefty backups along eastbound 94 from the Zoo interchange through the Stadium interchange. Right now, from the Zoo to downtown, it'll take you 21 minutes, so give yourself that extra time. Southbound on 43, solid from Good Hope Road all the way down past Locust. The northbound side's heavy from North Avenue up past Keefe. We've also got northbound 4394 slowing down right around the Plainfield curve all the way up past Lincoln Avenue. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny and beautiful, a high of 60. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 45. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Take a drive to the Golden Mast Inn this fall, overlooking Okachi Lake. Golden Mast Inn has been family-owned and operated for over 50 years in beautiful lake country. Experience lakeside dining featuring hand-cut steaks, fresh seafood, a small plate menu, and German family specialties. Enjoy happy hour, half-off drinks Tuesday through Thursday, 4:30 to 6, and live music Friday and Saturday nights in the lounge. And don't forget Friday Fish Fry and the amazing champagne brunch on Sundays from 10:30 until 2. Golden Mast Inn is your place on the lake.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
The silver lining is you got Bryce Young, so everything that you thought he could be when you took him number 1 overall, you just hold on tight and you squeeze and you just hope that it materializes into what you thought it could be.
It.
Exactly. Kind of like what Ev did with Emmitt Smith after he gave him a dap. You go with that type of clenched fist around the things that you loved about Bryce Young. But if you're the Panthers, that's what you got to hold on to. Bryce Young, Brian Burns, Jeremy Chin. Those are the guys. That's the core of your team moving forward. You hope those guys are all of the things you thought they were.
We're only a third of the way through the season. There was a reason you picked Bryce Young number 1 overall. You wouldn't have been the only team to pick Bryce Young. CJ Stroud looks better. You just have to hope you got it right. Doesn't feel that way right now, but it's only 6 games in. You have to remind people.
Jackie Robinson may have broken the color barrier, but he wasn't the first black baseball star. The players who came before him, including my grandpa, Norman Turkey Stearns, competed in a segregated league.
They were denied their rightful place in history.
We're going to uncover the stories of the Negro Leagues and the baseball greats you've never heard of. Reclaimed, the Forgotten League. Listen now, wherever you get your podcasts.
Klein Tools are new at Lowe's, pros. Lowe's knows you want top brands and quality products, and Klein Tools delivers. Right now, get the Klein 3-piece ModBox mobile workstation for $319.94 and the Klein 5-piece cushion grip screwdriver set for just $34.97, both exclusively at Lowe's. Shop the largest selection of Klein Tools, the highest quality tool brand at Lowe's. Because Lowe's knows tools, Lowe's knows pros.
It's playoff time for the Crusaders. On Friday night, Catholic Memorial begins its march to another state title with level 1 of the WIAA playoffs.
Across the 45. Now he's at midfield. He's gone down that left sideline. 25-20, 15-10-5. Touchdown. Corey Smith.
Keith Neitzel and Mike Podol are on the call starting at 6:30. Sponsored by R&R Insurance, BC Adhesives, KMI Construction, Lake 5 Landscape Supply, Home Sealed Exteriors, Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, Curative Care Network. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I don't know how, don't know when, someday I'm
on Twitter at KBN ESPN. You can see it on the poll. Whose personality is more insufferable to you, Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson? And to me, it's a runaway for Russell Wilson. I got 2 Russell Wilson stans and fans, Kyle Wallace and Brad Nortman here with me. 800-990-3776 if you want to chime in. Early, we have Russell Wilson at 62% of the voting. On the personal talk and text line, AO chimes in. My problem with Russell Wilson is he's a look what I did guy. He always has to broadcast to the world what he did. That is true. We didn't need to know about the doctor and everything he had going on. The biggest, now I have to, Nick and Madison, thank you. Remember when Russell was coming back from an injury and pregame he was literally running the 2-minute drill by himself, huddling, making calls? Like, what are we doing?
Now, wait a minute. That's a common thing that visualization.
My God.
That's a very
Let 'em know.
That's people
Let 'em
visualize.
know, Brad.
Yes.
You're a loser.
No, I'm not. That's the thing that pro athletes do, Ben, is that
Brad,
we visualize success and visualize going through it. I visualize my punting. I know many quarterbacks, defensive players, all that did visualization.
Come on, Ben.
I can't believe KBN Nation.
Remember when
so hard
dude
on
was
Russell
running
Wilson.
the 2-minute drill without the ball when he was hurt pre-gaming, acting like the cameras were not on him? Everything is for the cameras.
No, the cameras follow him. That's the thing. Other people do things. It's just
Man,
the
I
cameras
didn't think
follow
he's a
him.
famous quarterback. I thought you'd see through all the phony fakeness.
There's not. It's not phony and fake. You can't be phony and fake all the time. As simple as texting Brad back the way he did, that's not phony or fake. That is just within his personality where he feels the pull to respond, to be positive. Because most people, there's people I know that I'm not finna text back if they text me, but the fact that he felt it in him to text Brad back, the guy he hadn't really talked to in years like that, and gave him a shout out. What does he get from Brad by giving Brad a shout out?
You know how hard it is to be positive all the time like that, and to be like someone that's willing to encourage and support. I don't know. He has been consistently that guy. Has he done some things that can ruffle people's feathers? For sure, but you cannot question the guy's character at all. And
I just want to say I'm proud of KBN Nation for having a brain and actually like seeing through the phoniness, seeing through the nonsense. Unlike Brad and Kyle. Chris, where are you at on Russell Wilson?
He's pretty much just anti-me. I don't know. It's kind of like his personality is just very, very cringy.
Yes. Thank you. Cringy. That's a very good word. As Brad is in who was his best friend in college?
I don't know.
Yeah, because he's a weirdo.
He was there for 5 months.
I don't know who everyone's best friend is on the team. And yeah, he was there for 5 months.
What was your interactions with him in the 5 months?
I mean, I don't remember specific ones, but we were cool.
Cool enough to have his number.
Yeah.
Cool enough to get a shout out on a show. Cool enough to respond to text messages. Cool enough to look for. Cool enough to ask Graham Gano, hey, where's Brad?
If he cared about Brad, he would have known that Brad was no longer on the Carolina Panthers.
He's got a lot of things on his plate. I think that he's more than my career.
Punters aren't people too, apparently, then.
Well,
because he doesn't prioritize you.
No, Ben, you have a little scar in Corella DeVille in you. Just the mean. You're a villain.
I'm not. Literally every single person is with me.
KBN Nation is grumpy. All right, they're grumpy. They should be happy. They should be happy. Stop acting dopey. Be happy.
I can't. So the best part is I can't read a lot of these, and that's why I love KBN Nation because their language is also very dirty.
I just don't get why we are trying to steal this man's joy away.
I totally agree.
Who bashes somebody for being too happy?
Because he's not. Like, nobody is. Nobody's that happy.
What if he is?
That's all the Russell I saw.
That's not life. That is literally not life.
He's won Super Bowls. He's made babies, had babies, married people. He's lived a good life. What else could he ask for? He's lived a very good life.
Well, isn't it like almost admirable that you're so optimistic? He must be feeling so much joy in life as opposed to all the self-hate that's rolling around this world.
And think about it. We get mad at players when players are upset and not happy or they don't play. David Bakhtiari doesn't play because his knee is falling apart. Oh, he's a big baby. He complains. We don't want if David Bakhtiari was like, hey, just happy, will we like him?
If he was authentic.
How do you know he's not authentic? How do you know he's fake?
I mean, read the positivity. Here we go. If you throw the goal line pick to lose the Super Bowl, and on the way out, your reaction is, I'll get him next time. I cannot go to war with you any single Sunday. Thank you. I love that, too.
He got him there.
Oh, so now it's just good enough to get him there. I love you.
He got a ring.
I love you. Again, this is the official layer of pipe for our show. He agrees with me, but I need to stop because anytime I manifest something, the opposite happens. I'm not manifesting. Maybe me talking bad about Russell, he's saying will make him play well. So you know what? I'll move on from Russell because I don't want any blame on anything that happens on Sunday. What's going to happen is going to happen, and we're going to find out. But we're going to play over-under next because I think we as a crew, we need to come back together after disagreeing on Russell Wilson's personality and everything that comes with him, okay? So over-under is going to be coming up next. But first, Brad, you're going to tell us about Gina Della from Pella. 800-990-3776. Caller 6, caller 9 for over-under. I'll get to those real soon.
Yeah, if there's another area of life that I'm sure of, It's Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and their ability to deliver not only practical and durable windows and doors, but stylish and cool and things that can help you on your daily life, including products with limited lifetime warranties. Incredible innovations like blinds and shades between the glass. I don't know if you guys have been noticing, but like October, like I always said, it's the best month of the year yesterday. But that sun is getting lower, and a low sun is creating a glare on your TV. Not with blinds between the glass of your windows, they're not. Installation, whenever you make the move with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, which is a great move, is completed with little hassle, little mess, nothing but great results that's going to leave you happy, satisfied, and a healthy home, especially as we enter the winter time. So schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com.
800-990-3776. Over under coming up next. Chris Larson's got a category. We get 10 guesses. KBN crew, we're going to team up and get as many right answers in 10 guesses as possible. Chris has set the over-under. He's got the topic. Caller number 6, you get to pick over or under. Caller number 9, you're stuck on the other side. Winner wins a $50 gift card. 800-990-3776. Over-under on KBN coming up next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, presented by Bud Light.
Teammates that I have, they sat there and they're like, oh, that's a nice shirt. And one of the people said, but Kyle, why don't you wear undershirts? I can see your nipples. And I said, you need to stop looking at my nipples because that's an HR issue.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We do have some hefty backups along eastbound 94 from the Zoo interchange through the Stadium interchange. Right now, from the Zoo to downtown, it'll take you 21 minutes, so give yourself that extra time. Southbound on 43, solid from Good Hope Road all the way down past Locust. The northbound side's heavy from North Avenue up past Keefe. We've also got northbound 4394 slowing down right around the Plainfield curve all the way up past Lincoln Avenue. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny and beautiful, a high of 60. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 45. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Sunday morning. You can smell it. Game day. And the brisket you've been smoking since last night. A day to be with family, aka fellow football fans. Traditions make Sundays easy to enjoy. Beers do too. Bud Light. Easy to Sunday, easy to enjoy. Bud Light is the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2023 Anheuser-Busch. Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
We all have someone we know or love that has been affected by some form of cancer.
No matter how well you love and support them and try to be there for them, you can never really know what a person is feeling after hearing the words, "You have breast cancer."
Only another person that has been through this experience can really understand what it feels like.
ABCD, After Breast Cancer Diagnosis, is a Milwaukee-based organization known around the world.
When someone calls ABCD, they are matched with a mentor who is a breast cancer survivor of similar age and has the same type of breast cancer who can provide hope when people need it the most.
Kessler's is excited to announce that we've designed 3 new Hope pendants to honor breast cancer patients, survivors, thrivers, and caregivers.
100% of the net proceeds, along with an additional donation from Kessler's, will support ABCD when you purchase the symbol of hope.
You can find a link with more information about ABCD, along with all 3 modern designs starting at just $75 in sterling silver and $598 in gold, online at KesslersDiamonds.com.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
This Badger Minute brought to you by UW Credit Union. For over 90 years, UW Credit Union has helped Wisconsinites achieve their financial goals at every stage of life, offering great rates for greater possibilities. Join today at uwcu.org. Another 3-0 sweep for the Wisconsin women's volleyball team over Ohio State on Wednesday night makes it 30 consecutive sets that the Badgers have won. The nationally top-ranked Wisconsin women's volleyball team now prepares to take on number 2 on the road Saturday as the Badgers visit Nebraska. Head coach Kelly Sheffield.
Nebraska, I think they've won something like almost 95% of their sets at home. They played a lot of home matches, and they haven't dropped too many sets at home. It's a tough place to go in there and play.
Badger Minutes on ESPN Wisconsin are brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule an appointment online today at PellaWI.com.
Here in Wisconsin, one name is synonymous with fantastic frozen pizza, Palermo's. For almost 60 years, Palermo's has focused on feeding Wisconsin families. And though Palermo's has grown a lot since 1964, they're still family-owned. They're still proud to call Milwaukee home. And they're still committed to making the best frozen pizza possible. From their new and improved rising crust pizzas to their guilt-free Primo thin pies, Palermo's has a delicious slice for every appetite. Find Palermo's in your local grocer's freezer food aisle. Palermo's. Flavor is our family's business.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, presented by the official beer of the NFL, Bud Light, which is brewed to be a delicious, easy-to-drink beer, even when the little things in life are hard. Like when the game's going into overtime, but you have more time to enjoy a fresh Bud Light. Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL. Pick it up at your local retailer today. It's time to play a little over-under.
Will the guys hit the over or will they disappoint? It's time for Over Under on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
It is Over Under on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman here. We get to team up after disagreeing about how fake or authentic Russell Wilson is. We're going to sing Kumbaya together here for these 10 guesses we get together. Chris Larson has a category. He gave the category to caller number 6, Alan Racine, who chose the over. He believes in us. And we boys, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, we have been bad so far at Over Under. We need to use our three minds and hit the over.
Maybe you should take the Russell Wilson approach.
Oh my gosh,
and
shut
say, hey,
the hell up
listen,
now.
Fellas, we have some room for improvement, and I know we have it in us to be great, okay? So I want us to be great.
I'm not excited for the second.
Now I'm ready to play.
Marcus and Waukesha on the under. That's the smart money now that Kyle sucked the energy out of me. Chris, what's the category and the over-under? By the way, the winner wins a $50 gift card.
Today's category is the top 10 most popular sports teams in America, with CasinoReviews.net analyzed Google searches as of over 153 teams across the NFL, NHL, NBA, MLB, and MSL sports leagues. So we're looking for the top 10 most popular sports teams in America based on these Google searches. And the over-under is set at 5.5.
What sports leagues did he say?
So NBA, pretty much the four main ones: NBA, NHL, MLB, NFL, and MLS soccer.
MLS soccer? That's not a...
We might just avoid that MLS one.
Yeah, but I don't like that he put it in there because now I'm overthinking.
No. Let's just go with
big
it.
brands.
This United States.
I know.
This is in the U.S., right?
In the U.S., yes.
Okay. Just
and football is king, so like...
We know it. Come on, let's just... Are we
all
ready?
Right, 3 minutes to start. Chris?
Ready, go.
Cowboys, right?
Yeah.
Dallas Cowboys, final answer.
Yankees.
The Cowboys are number 1 on the list with over 9 million searches across America.
I like it. I think
the New York Yankees final.
Yankees are number 3 with over 5 million searches across America.
I was thinking the Dodgers.
I had the Dodgers too. We could Red Sox, Dodgers, just throw it.
I feel like the Dodgers bigger market. Yeah. Dodgers final.
Red Sox, right? Red Sox.
Well, let's slow down here. We got one wrong now. Just get some out there. Red
Sox. What about like
Lakers.
Yep.
The Cubs are an historic.
Celtics.
Yeah, Celtics.
Cubs. I feel like the Bears.
Think more
Steelers,
NFL.
Steelers.
Yeah. What if the Packers?
Steelers.
The Patriots. People love the Patriots, right? Kids love the Patriots. The Golden State Warriors got to be a favorite team now. These kids love the Warriors.
Warriors.
They love
what the kids? Were the kids to just Google?
I used to Google when I was 10.
But there's adults that Google.
Yeah.
I think Packers is a good one.
2 minutes.
Let's go Packers.
Are we too localized right now?
Come on with Packers.
The big brand. Steelers is also in there, if not that.
Yeah, we just got.
All right, Green Bay Packers final. Wow.
Packers are number 10 on the list
Wow.
with over 4.2 million monthly searches across America.
All right.
Okay.
So that scared you a little bit.
How about what other big, like 49ers?
Yeah, 49ers.
Nah.
It might not be.
Not from a Google search
come on,
standpoint.
well, then let's-
I like the Warriors.
The Warriors.
Okay,
let's
I'm
go
good.
I
Warriors.
do like the Golden State Warriors final. Yes, very
Warriors
well
are number
done.
9 on the list with 4.289.
Oh, the Lakers
have to be
have to be on
above
the
that.
list.
So hang on, we have 4 out of 5 correct, right,
Yes.
Chris?
Right, you have,
we got time.
You have 1, 3, 9, and 10 so far. And
Let's
with
go
one
with
incorrect.
the
Lakers?
Lakers final answer. All right, we just need
Lakers
one more.
are number 8 with 4.5 million.
That should be the top.
searches.
So that means the Celtics may not be on that list.
Correct. I don't like
they're
that.
not.
1 minute.
The Red Sox are probably on this list.
Why the Red Sox? Like,
I mean, New York is people are like either New York fan, Yankees fans, or they're Red Sox.
I'll
fans.
give you the Red Sox if you want, because we have
Yeah,
we
might
have
as well
4
just do
more
it.
guesses.
Let's
Red
do-
Sox final. Yeah, I didn't like that.
Well, I don't know then, player.
What about the Cubs? Like that's like
I
a
feel like the Sox would be bigger than the Cubs,
Right,
though.
but the Steelers have to be on this list.
Pittsburgh Steelers
Yeah.
final.
30 seconds.
Dump.
Dump.
It happened in a way.
Oh, man.
Oh goodness gracious!
That's a dump in.
Attaboy, Chris.
Patriots final.
Oh, man.
How many
Fall
guesses do
apart.
we have left?
That was you have 4 wrong.
We have one more then, right?
Yeah, we have one more guess.
Yeah.
Are the New York Rangers?
10,
Or the
9,
hockey team or the Rangers?
8,
Who's the most famous
the
hockey
Heat?
team?
7,
Who's the most famous
6,
hockey team?
Red
5,
Wings?
4,
Rangers.
3, 2,
LAFC.
1.
Toronto Maple Leafs final. Toronto Maple Leafs final. Canadians. Cubs. Celtics. 49ers.
Steelers. We would say the Steelers.
Yeah, this is the Steelers.
Oh, goodness gracious. LAFC?
All right, so you guys are running out of time.
Yeah, I mean, we're done. I mean, we're clearly done.
Yeah.
Congrats to Marcus and Waukesha on the under. Chris, stop making these so damn hard.
Is it LAFC? Who is this?
All right, so you had the Cowboys at number 1 with over 9 million hits. They were far and away above the number 1 search team. Number 2, the Philadelphia Phillies at over 6 million.
So when was
searches.
when was this list put together?
It had to be last week.
It was put together this year.
Had to be yesterday.
A lot of searches right now for the Phillies because
yeah.
they're unbelievable at home. They're fun.
There's no way.
I found this list at the end of September. I've been holding on to it.
Well, I mean, that would have been useful information.
There's no way the
So it
Phillies.
doesn't
Houston
matter.
Astros.
Still the Houston Astros?
There's no way the Phillies are more popular than the Red Sox.
That's the thing.
And the
That's why it's
Cubs.
recency.
And really, they're not even more popular than the 76ers in Philadelphia.
All right, keep
and the
going.
Eagles.
Eagles,
All right, number
yeah.
3, you had the New York Yankees, which you got at over 5 million. Number 4, the Atlanta Braves with 4.7 million.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Number 5, the Miami Heat with 4.7 million. Number 6, the Buffalo Bills with 4.6 million. Number 7, the Philadelphia Eagles at 4.6. 8 was the Lakers, which you had. 9 Warriors, and 10 were the Packers.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
So
And
there was a reason.
writing out the top 20 list because I have
No.
the top 20
no,
here.
don't care.
Don't care?
like this list.
11 the Vikings, 12 Chiefs, 13 Celtics, 14 Astros, 15 Bears, 16 Dolphins, 17 Steelers, 18 Dodgers, 19 Lions, and the 20s the Patriots.
This is fake news. This is fake news.
This is recency bias searching.
Yeah.
This is exactly what it is.
Vikings are crumbling, so people are searching.
Yeah, there's
the
no
Braves
way.
blew the 100-win season that they had, most home runs in a season since God knows how long. People are searching. You didn't tell us it was recent. I don't like this, Chris. You cheated. 800-990-3776.
And just for Wisconsin centralized as well, the top 5 teams searched in Wisconsin: the Packers, the Brewers, the Bucks, the Vikings, and the Bears.
Oh,
Football's king. Football's king here.
but not on this list.
For the Wisconsin.
Yeah, but not.
I said for football's king here.
Yeah, but I mean, heck, in the world.
Well, right now,
America.
the MLB playoffs are what's hottest, so that's why we lost.
Chris, you're trying to steal these.
I'm a bad
You're trying to
loser.
steal our joy, Chris.
You know-
Stop the steal.
What
Chris is not giving him
What
away.
can't steal my joy is going and walking out of the Princeton Club after a great workout. Whether it's the newly renovated locker room that's going on right now, I can't wait because I'm going to get out of the steam and I have new, fresh showers and lockers ready to go in New Berlin. They have 8 locations in Madison, open 24/7 with free childcare. There's no better time to start investing in your health because once you find that routine, it's going to be embedded in your life and you will find your better tomorrow. You don't have to worry if you're at the best place because they're always investing in the facility with the best equipment. You're not going to think, well, what else is out there? You have the best at the Princeton Clubs. So join the Princeton Club, find your better tomorrow, and you'll thank me later. Jason Wilde joins us next, getting us ready for Sunday.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
I've got shirts, same thing, that like they're either too tight and I'd love to wear them, or they're white. And it's just there's not enough material to look through. And it's a bit of not a huge factor, but it's enough of a factor to give me pause sometimes.
I'll be damned if I'm gonna keep my nipples from letting me be free.
Presented by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Yeah, they're football guys, but they don't shy away from the big topics of the day.
I think black licorice is like being left-handed.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Also sponsored by American Family Insurance.
I think it's the same percentage of people like black licorice that are left-handed.
You're partially left-handed.
I'm not left-handed. No,
if you don't left-handed.
If you don't.
Weekdays 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN and available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack. Another week in the books, and it was a big one. We win in football, we win in baseball, we win in the UFC. Everything turns a profit. Are you ready to make money as we head toward the end of October? Go to FatJackSports.com, and for as little as $299, get everything through Halloween. Want to add basketball? It starts next Tuesday. Add it now and save hundreds of dollars. Go to FatJackSports.com. Sign up today. The plays are emailed to you. You'll start winning this weekend at FatJackSports.com.
Heading up north for some golf? Be sure to book a tee time at the Ball Golf Course, an Arnold Palmer masterpiece just north of Milwaukee on the way to Kohler. It's the best destination for your next Wisconsin round of golf. Enjoy golf. Enjoy the bog.
A bank that goes the extra yard? You got it. Show your love for the green and gold with Packers checking only from Associated Bank. Make every transaction a touchdown with your Packers debit MasterCard. And when you use it at the Packers Pro Shop, at the stadium, or online, you'll get 10% off. Associated Bank's Packers checking scores the home field advantage by delivering Midwest-based customer care, outstanding value, and more. Get in the game and learn more today at AssociatedBank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
All right, Team Pella, listen up.
Thanks, John Kuhn. Customers love our products with limited lifetime warranties. Check out these big plays. Incredible innovations like blinds and shades between the glass.
No interference on that play, Coach.
And stylish windows with hidden screens that make game days a breeze.
Can it get any better?
It can. With monthly payments as low as $19 per window, $75 per patio door, and a free quote at PellaWI.com.
Let's go.
Whether you're looking to replace older damaged windows and doors or just wanting to revamp the look of your home, Pella offers a wide range of styles and materials to match your home's unique design. Hurry! Take advantage of monthly payments as low as $19 per window and $75 per patio door at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Get your free quote today at PellaWI.com.
6.99 APR for 120 months. Certain restrictions apply. See showroom for details. Offers at 10/31/2023.
Wisconsin is still cattle country, and that's why Bunzel's chose to stay close to home to hand select the finest beef. Quality goes into everything they do, from Bunzel's expansive array of meats, homemade specialty sausages, and their award-winning beef jerky. It just isn't a proper holiday meal without Bunzel's top quality cuts on the dinner table. Tasting is believing. Bunzels.com.
Hey, this is Bo stepping in for Ridgetop Larry, here to tell you about Ridgetop Exterior's most affordable payment options, including no interest and low interest financing. For your free estimate, visit ridgetopexteriors.com. Roofing, siding, windows, and doors, visit ridgetopexteriors.com.
This is a year of change for Wisconsin football. Whether it's a new quarterback or coach, our teams will be exciting to watch this season. As Wisconsin's 3PL, Evans Transportation knows a thing or two about changing things up when it comes to manufacturers' accounting, shipping, and tracking needs. Call Evans if your supply chain team isn't running on all cylinders this season. Good luck to our Wisconsin football teams from Wisconsin's 3PL in Delafield. find them at evanstrans.com. That's evanstrans.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
So tell me now, do you want it? 'Cause these dancing feet don't cry to the rhythm they cry for you. And every Saturday
Joining us now on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, as he does every Thursday at this time. Well, 3:30 or 3:45, depending. We like to be flexible. Is Jason Wilde of Wilde and Tausch, which you can hear across these various stations from 9 to noon. Jason, welcome to the program.
Ben, thanks for having me. Yes, plenty of time today after locker room, so could have probably gone at 3:30, but I didn't want to mess you guys up.
All good. We're happy to have you. But here's where I want to start. It's less of a question and more of a conversation right now, because the figuring out Jordan Love being the most important part of this season is interesting, because I am with you in the way that this team was set up heading into the season wasn't setting up Jordan Love for success, but you can only go off of what you see. But everyone wants to make excuses and say, well, they have this dead cap money from Rodgers, Bakhtiari isn't playing. Like, how do you think it's fair to evaluate Jordan Love despite all of those circumstances?
I think it's important to consider how much youth he has around him and how this game, different than the one that you excelled at as a basketball player, that's 5-on-5. This is 11-on-11. There's things that factor in, especially for a quarterback who touches the ball every single play. There's things that other people screw up that factor into your success or failure. Certainly, he deserves the scrutiny because that's what comes with playing the position, and no one would dispute that. But, I think this is something that Tausch and I disagree on fairly frequently, because I have been inclined to give both Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur some grace because of the team that Goody has put together here and the amount of youth they have offensively. And Tausch is, I think, willing to give Jordan Love the benefit of the doubt to a greater degree than he's willing to give Matt LaFleur the benefit of the doubt, because Matt LaFleur's in his fifth year as head coach, but as Tausch points out, this is Jordan Love's fourth year. He ain't a rookie. He is a fourth-year player, but I just think that they chose to build this team in a way that does not – if this conference didn't suck, if there weren't so many bad teams, they would have no prayer at being a playoff team this season. But instead, everybody's in the 2-3, 3-2, 3-3 realm, and there's so much parity in the NFC that, if they can get their act together, there's still hope for them to even be a playoff team, despite all the youthful mistakes they seem to make.
Jason, if they are going to have hope to...
Nortman!
Hey,
you're there!
I'm here. How are you doing, by the way?
Great
Doing
to
well?
have you back.
Good.
I'm good. I miss
good to
you,
be.
buddy.
Yeah, I miss you too.
You guys know you can call each other on long rides home to Economo.
We do that sometimes.
I can text them.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah, I've done it once or twice.
I am back, though. Happy to be back. And I wonder if this gentleman is going to be back on Sunday. And if so, what is his... Where is he at as far as 1 to 100? Aaron Jones, we know how important he is to the offense, and now it's coming out that last Saturday had the surprise tweak. I guess it was 2 Saturdays ago now, leading into the Raiders game. So just where are we at with Aaron Jones? Do you expect him on Sunday? And if he will be out there on Sunday, is he working at 80%? Where are we at with Aaron Jones and where he's at with returning on Sunday?
Great question. I'm going to answer it the same way Matt LaFleur did. We'll see. We got a lot of
come on.
Here we go. Today.
It's like an out for him to say we didn't give him the ball enough afterwards because he's not giving a full answer.
Yeah, look, I think this. I think, he planned a lot of his game plan. I mean, he's not going to admit this publicly, but I am convinced of this. I think he put together most of his game plan for Vegas during the course of the week to highlight Aaron Jones. I mean, I know we like to give him a hard time about underutilizing Jones, et cetera. But the bottom line is, I think he planned on him getting the ball a hell of a lot. And then on Saturday, he tweaked his hamstring before the Monday game, and then they shut him down. And so I think Matt LaFleur's, I don't want to say scared you-know-what-less, but I think he's taking a very cautious approach to, all right, how much can I really count on Aaron Jones until I see him in uniform on the field and having been active for the game. I really think he felt, I don't want to say burned, because the injury was what the injury was. But, like, you put your game plan together, Brad, as you know, for your punting plans during your NFL career. They put their plan together on Tuesday, and they start installing it on Wednesday. And for it to come up on Saturday that suddenly now he wasn't going to have Jones, I think that it's his job to adjust. I'm not making excuses for him, and he did not do a good enough job. He deserves criticism for that. But I think he just wants to make sure that Jones is actually truly out there before he says anything about how valuable he's going to be to them.
Jason, I've heard a lot of this Aaron Jones talk. Are the Packers really just an Aaron Jones away from being a playoff team or being a good football team? Is it that easy? Is it that simple?
That's a scary thing to lean on.
No, but it's a little more nuanced than that, Kyle, because I would say they are Aaron Jones away from being 4-1 and still not being that good of a football team. Like, going back to what I was saying about this conference, like, show of hands, although I'm not on video, do the Packers beat Atlanta if Aaron Jones plays?
Jason, here's where I want to go next. I'm sorry. I was just talking to Kyle in his ear because we have these cool technology buttons that I don't think you have from your man cave.
So no one answered. So you guys just ignored my question?
Well, the question happened while I was talking to them, so even Brad, I think, had to hear me talk to Kyle. What was the question?
It was, you were blanked out right there for a minute.
That's quite an operation you guys are running over there.
Believe it or not, it's pretty smooth.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Show of hands, do the Packers beat Atlanta if Aaron Jones plays? Yes or no?
I'm raising my hand. You can see it on ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
My hand is up as well.
I hate the hypothetical game. It's like it's
come on, Judge Judy, raise your hands.
Anyway. I hate it. I hate it when I ask a question and nobody answers because you're talking to people. Do they beat the Raiders if Aaron Jones plays?
Both hands in the air for me.
Like, my point is, I think, like, they were an interception in the end zone away from beating them without Aaron Jones, right? They had the ball with a chance to go kick a game-winning field goal without Aaron Jones in Atlanta. My point is, to Kyle's question, if I can get this in, is that I don't think they're any better, but they suddenly have a much better record, and people are viewing them differently, is my point. And I do think that that's the reality of the difference this season in the NFC. There's a bunch of really mediocre to bad teams, and a couple of days or a one player can make that much of a